What are you doing? Thank you.
Good morning guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well, and if you are new here, my name is Hayls and I'll pop my socials below. I am an online fitness coach. All things healthy lifestyle, fitness, running, weight training is going to be over on this channel, as well as some healthy eating. But I'm actually going to run through today with you guys my morning routine and also the big habits and also training and eating habits that have really helped me transform my physique over the past probably 6-7 years to help you guys on your journey. Now you're probably thinking my eyebrows are very crusty. They are. I've just had them microbladed, so I don't even know if you can tell, but I'm not meant to get them wet or put anything on them as of right this moment. So if you're thinking they're crusty, I haven't got dry brows, but I have got dry lips. I've got my Carmex, and then I got my Revita lash that I'm putting on this morning. I swear by this stuff for your lashes, ladies. Like, I thought this was a little bit of like, how can a serum make your lashes grow? Like, obviously I don't have anything on right now to show you, but if you look back in my other vlogs, you'll see my lashes are quite long, and I swear it's because of this stuff, because they were really not long. They were really bad after I had lash extensions, and now I'm going for the au naturel look. So yeah, this has been a game changer.
Now I have made a list of the top 8 things that have completely transformed my physique. The things I would say that are lifestyle habits that you can implement into your day-to-day life if you do want to transform your physique. If you actually are thinking, right, I really want to get in the best shape of my life, I'm fed up and not feeling my best, I actually want to make sure that I get into my fittest, strongest, happiest place. You definitely can, but these are probably the top 8 things that I've recognized that have completely been a game changer for me. So I think it's about finding for you what works. Like, there is a training plan that will work better for you. There is a diet approach that will work better for you. And all of my clients have a different approach because all of their lifestyles are completely different. So the first thing is probably morning routine. I'm going to run through and B-roll my morning routine this morning so you guys can see. I'm not a cleaning person who loves Mrs. Hinch, who goes through and does all the housework. I don't love cleaning, okay? But I think waking up, making your bed as a non-negotiable. Getting up in the morning, having a pint of water is another thing that I do. Now, this is before my coffee. I love a coffee, but you wake up dehydrated. You need to hydrate yourself before you dehydrate yourself even more with coffee. So waking up, having a pint of water, getting ahead of the game, that will really help you when you are dehydrated in the morning. Another thing that I tend to do is I tend to try to make my bed, go downstairs. I tend to read my messages as if there was an emergency message, but I tend to not try to work first thing in the morning. The reason being is I need to go and look after myself first. So generally that's what I think I used to not do, was I used to start off by doing work. Then I'd wake up in a bit of a stress situation because I've woken up and immediately started work, whereas I haven't given myself any time to wake up and set my mindset and set my mood. It sounds really strange to say, but getting out and going for a walk in the morning first thing really sets me up for a good day. The way you start your day kind of does dictate the rest of the day. So if you wake up super stressed, something happened, you have a really shit start to the morning, quite often it can then lead into the rest of the day, and sometimes for some people can cause them to sabotage and, you know, make excuses and be really stressy and just be in a really shit mood, which I know from time to time we do generally have those things out of our control. But still try to make time for yourself, even if that means getting up slightly earlier just to get out for a little walk before everybody's up, even if that means getting up slightly earlier, going to the gym. It's whatever works for you, okay? Your morning routine has to be suited to you, your working hours, and also your demands and responsibilities that you have. I personally don't like to train in the morning because it's not when I feel I have the most energy. So if you do have a set hours job, I'd probably say try to do it in the morning before shit hits the fan at work and something happens and you get stressed and you come home and you're tired and you don't want to do it. A lot of people do tend to work really well in the mornings. If that is you, if you keep finding that you're skipping the gym in the evenings when you get home from work or you're very tired. Number 2, it is meal prep. Now, I'm going to insert my yesterday's meal prep, and I did make some Cherry Bakewell baked oats. Now, this is a new recipe that I've trialed, and I probably would say for you, unless you're following a set meal plan, which I personally don't like myself because I find it's quite restrictive and boring, it's nice to include the foods that you love, but just find healthier ways of making it. So as an example, if you like cake, okay, the baked oats are not quite a cake, but They have a very similar consistency and very similar flavours. Having meal prep helps for a few reasons. A, you're less likely to be impulsive. You're more likely to make a better decision because you have the meals already prepared and done for you. It's also less thinking. You can just go through your day-to-day life not having to think about how to fit your macros and calories or how much protein you should be having, because you prepped it, you've got it ready and you're organized. So I think meal prep is probably my number one thing. Now, this doesn't work for everybody. Some people don't like reheated meals and things like that. Some people work from home like me and just like to have, you know, wake up and do things in the morning, and that's fine. I have these 4 Tupperwares and they pop them in the fridge for the next 4 days from Monday to Thursday, because I prep on a Sunday. I have now Monday to Thursday breakfast sorted. You could do this for your lunch too. I've prepped my carb sources. I've also prepped some roasted chickpeas, and then I'm going to mix and match those into, like, you know, healthy Buddha bowls for the week. So I might have chicken, I might have taco beef, I might have tuna, and maybe by Thursday I might have run out of maybe 1 or 2 things, but I tend to do like a top-up shop midweek or just run to the garage to grab something for Friday if I've run out. So meal prep, number one. I bang on about it all the time, guys, but it really is easy. I think it is also a habit, right? It is. Like, I'm so used to doing it on a Sunday. It's a non-negotiable. I always make good choices because I always have good choices. I always have options available, organised with my food. And I think that's one thing that has completely transformed my physique. Morning walks have been game-changing for my mind. Now, this is more mindset, right? If you wake up in the morning and you set off your day straight to work, let's just say you work in an office or you sit on your bum all day, you're gonna get to the end of the evening and go, oh my goodness, I haven't done any steps. Setting up your morning with a morning walk helps your mindset, like your brain. When I wake up in the morning and I go for my morning walks, I like to listen to a podcast. I'll pop on screen some of my favorite podcasts that I listen to. If I like to listen to a podcast, I will phone my family, you know, I'll phone a friend, but regardless, I'm up there first thing in the morning and I'm out walking, and that really helps me set off my day. And there are days where I'm tired and I don't want to go in the rain, but I do it anyway and I feel amazing and it sets me up for a good day. So that is a really good day just to sort of like gather your thoughts, get your mindset in a good place, start your day off on a positive note. Don't scroll through social media the first thing in the morning. I don't check my messages on social media first thing in the morning because it doesn't help my headspace. Number 4 is sleep. Now, I probably sound like a broken record with sleep, and everybody probably does. They're like, oh, you need to get 7-8 hours. I don't know anybody who can recover and function well off of 5-6 hours sleep. And I know there are people who might be mums, you know, who sleep is limited. I understand that that's a short-term sleep deprivation, but if you are somebody who is really struggling to get in that sleep, you have to get to bed early. Like, I always think the time I go to bed, I count 8 hours from when I need to wake up, and then I know what time I need to get into bed. Now, when I get into bed, I don't fall to sleep straight away, and you might not fall to sleep straight away, so making sure your evening routine is solid. I hate lights. I cover up every bit of light. If there's a little bit of a light on my charger point, I cover it up with socks and pants. Like, I can't sleep with any light. I can't sleep with any noise. If you have problems with noise, you can wear earplugs. I personally don't. Danny doesn't snore, thankfully. If he did, I'd be disowning him. And I tend to just block out all noise, all light, and put my phone on sleep mode. And if you don't know how to do this, you can set it up on your iPhone. You can actually, I'll show you actually how you can do it, but you can set it to your iPhone as like one of your widgets. You can press on personal, click that, put it on sleep, and now, or do not disturb, either one, now no one will be able to contact you other than the people on your favorites who might be emergency contacts, like your parents or friends or whoever you want to put on that. So that is one game changer for me. When I'm in the gym, I also do the same, so no one can message me and I can really be focused. And when I'm sleeping, I won't get distracted by messages. So that's one thing that's really helped me. 7-8 hours, game changer, recovery, mindset, mood, hunger regulation, you know, everything happens at night time. You only grow when you sleep, right? You're only growing when you're resting. You're not building muscle tissue when you're training. You're not recovering from your training and feeling fitter and stronger and better when you're training. You're actually doing that when you're resting. So make sure sleep is number one. Sleep is a non-negotiable for me. That is one thing that I will be like, no, I want to come home at this time because I need my sleep. I need my sleep to function. You probably do too. And if you are somebody who says, well, I'm actually okay at 5 hours, you're probably not okay at 5 hours. You're probably not functioning optimally, but you've got so used to being so sleep deprived that you're kind of just on autopilot right now. You're running on adrenaline probably. Number 5 is workouts on weekends. I cannot stress this enough, guys. You are busy in the weekdays. Probably 9 times out of 10, the weekdays are rushed like they are for me. I hate rushing a gym session or a workout or a run. Like, I like to set myself up for Saturday, Sunday. They are my training days, not my rest days. The reason being is if you were to say work out 4 days a week, right? Even 3 days a week, you only need to find 1 to 2 weekdays, busy weekdays, that you need to work out. The rest of the time, the weekends, you probably have a bit more time. Maybe you're a mum and your partner can help you with the childcare. Time we say like the weekends are like the times where we're probably more social, and I know that's where people struggle with probably doing the workouts. Just get them done in the morning. You know, if I'm meeting my friend for coffee, if I'm going out for dinner, if I'm going to a family event, if I'm going to a wedding, whatever I'm doing, I can get up in the morning and do my workout. Non-negotiable. No excuses, no reason not to. Now, if you are a parent and this is something that you can't do, obviously you have to liaise with whether or not you have a partner helping you with childcare. If not, home workouts. If you can't get to the gym on the weekends, home workouts are brilliant. As long as they're structured and obviously you have challenging weights and things like that, they can be really beneficial for a lot of my clients who are mums and can't get to the gym on weekends, you know. But I would probably try to do Saturday, Sunday. Get ahead of your week, front end your week. Get most of your workouts done at the start of your week so you're not left Thursday, Friday going, oh my God, it's now Thursday and I've got like 4 workouts to do. It's stressful, 4 days of workouts now because I haven't front ended them. I didn't get them done at the start of my week and I didn't get them done on the weekend. So that is probably another game changer for me. You always then feel better for getting ahead of the game. You can always move workouts then to suit you, but if you leave them all to the end of the week, you've got no wiggle room to move them because you've left everything last minute. Number 6 is environment. Oh my gosh, guys, environment is so underrated. Your environment dictates whether or not you stick to something, you believe in something, you give up too soon or you keep going, and also whether or not you get shit done. Because your people who are closest to you, your partners, they need to be on board with your goals. They need to understand what you want and why you want it. Like, why do you care so much about making this change? Why do you care so much about living this healthy lifestyle, eating better, trying to exercise, sleep more, all these things you're trying to do? You need to get your partner on board with it. They need to be understanding and supportive of your goals. And I know this is a really tough conversation to have. I've had it with lots of my clients where their partner's been completely different lifestyles to them, you know, sits on the sofa, eats crap junk food, doesn't exercise, is very unmotivated, like doesn't, you know, it's hard. I get that. It's really hard when your partner's not on board with that, but you are your own person. And you need to remember that the only person this affects is you and nobody else. So having people on board, whether that be family, friends, partners, your environment, the people you spend most time with, your circle, right? They are the people that will dictate where your life is going, right? Are you getting better? Are you improving? Are you getting fitter, healthier, stronger? Or are you going backwards into old, you know, bad habits that aren't helping you move forwards in life and helping you feel good? So environment's important. I probably would say just trying to have that chat with your family and friends. You know, if you're going to family socials and they're saying, oh, you know, just eat this bit of cake, have this, have that. If you're getting lots of those comments, just know that that's perfectly normal. I get them too. My mum, who's the most supportive person ever, she still will tell me that I'm too muscular. She's told me before I'm too skinny. She's told me before my bum is too big. You know, why would you want muscle like that? You know, just have this bit of cake. Oh, just eat this. It's really healthy. You know, you get those comments constantly, okay? You do. From the people who love you the most, and they don't mean it in a bad way, so don't get offended. But it's coming from a place of not understanding. So you have to then get them on board with why you want this and how it's going to help you feel better in yourself, and then they should love you and support you enough to understand that and be on board. If your partner is not on board with your goals, when you want to give up, it's going to be very easy to give up because you don't have their support, you don't have them backing you. So you either have a coach backing you, believing in you, supporting you, or you then have a very good circle who has got your back, because when somebody doesn't have your back, you need somebody else to help you believe in yourself more, push yourself more, and get the most from your potential that you actually do have, that you might not even realize that you have because you have a little bit of self-doubt, which we all have elements of. So please remember, environment is so important. Don't put yourself in situations that's going to be hard to stick to your goals or hard to align your goals with your actions. And I spend more time with people who lift me up, who inspire me, who understand me, who are supportive of me. Doesn't mean they need to have the same goals as me, but they need to be understanding of me and of you too, and that's an important thing. Number 7 is structured workouts and training. I can't express this enough, right? You can't be going in and doing a bit of this and a bit of that and changing it up all the time because you're bored of it and you don't stick to it long enough. You need to rinse and repeat. I have been doing this for years. This doesn't change. My training structure will change, my repetitions, the order of my workouts. I will introduce new workouts into new training blocks. I will change my training blocks when I feel they need changing, but I don't change them all the time. There's some things I've been doing on repeat, like pull-ups. I've been doing pull-ups for, I don't even want to know how long. Like, I remember when I couldn't do my first one, I was really stressed out, but I've been doing them week in, week out for a long time. I will get to sticking points in my training where I feel like nothing's really moving, but you can't just give up when things don't go your way or when you're hitting a roadblock with your training and thinking it's not working. Sometimes it's just a bad shit week, okay? We all have them. Sometimes we have shit weeks, nothing goes to plan. Our runs aren't great, our training doesn't feel good, we lose our connection in our glutes, you know, whatever it might be, we might not be feeling our very best, but that doesn't mean we then need to change our training. We just need to find a better way of doing it. You know, do we need to change our form? Do we need to change the tempo, the intensity? Do we need to reduce the rest time or increase the rest time to suit us better? You know, we just have to find what works best for our ability levels and also what works best for our time, our schedule, and also the training split that we're doing, which should all be very different because our lifestyles are all very different. So you can't even copy my training split. That might not work for you. It might not be the best suited style of training for you or for your goals. If you want to lose body fat and you want to build muscle tissue, yes, you have to be doing some element of cardio to push you into the deficit, unless you want to drop food that low. And you also then need to be doing predominantly weight training if you want to build a sculpted tone, leaner physique, because that is the only way you're going to get toned. I hate the word toned, but that's the only way you're going to actually change your actual way your body looks. Else, if you just keep losing body fat, or you'll be as skinny. So that's one big thing for me, was weight training on repeat, being consistent with it and having structure with it, recording my weights, knowing when I should be pushing or when I should be holding back, when I should be dropping the weight, focusing on form, or knowing when my form is good, I need to be pushing forwards. They're all things that coaches have helped me with. They're all things that I couldn't have done without a coach. Generally, hand on my heart, couldn't have done those things without a coach. So you have to learn from people who know what they're doing first, and then you learn a lot from yourself, from your own journey, and you learn as you go through your journey how to structure training better, what works for you better. But that's what a coach is for, right? You pay a coach to structure them for you, to take the thinking away, so you don't have to think about it. You just have to go in, you got your plan, you know exactly what to do, you know what to follow. I program my workouts myself in the same app my clients use, because I just like to walk in the gym knowing exactly what I need to do. I can plan my work, my day around that. I know how long it's going to take me. I know what I'm going to do when I walk in that gym. I don't have to look around and think, oh, what do I do? What do I go on? And I know exactly how to progress it. And when I'm ready to progress it, I have got the data, which tells me how long I've been doing these weights for, what weights I've been doing, how many weeks I've been doing it. And then I will then know when I'm ready to progress. And the final one is food, diet quality. And this is honestly about not being restricted, okay? 80% of your day should be whole foods, 20% fun foods. Or it doesn't need to be in a day, it's across your week, right? So I think when I started my journey year 1, year 2, I was very restricted. And what I then did was I had cheat days. Don't even get me started cheat days, but I had cheat days, and they were basically like binge days. which was really not good. And really, looking at my physique back then, it was pretty shit. And looking at my strength, performance, everything, it was just pretty shit. And it's because I really didn't know what I was doing. I was kind of just doing it on my own. This is before I had a coach. I was kind of doing it on my own, and I was at early stages of my journey. And I thought that if I ate really clean, and I mean very clean, like Monday to Saturday or Monday to Friday, I could then have like a cheat day, and then it'd be okay, and then I'd go back to my healthy eating. That is a recipe for disaster for so many reasons. One of them being energy, hunger levels. Hunger regulation is mad. Like, you have a big cheat day, then you're massively hungry, and then it becomes really hard because then you're really tired, or you're having loads of calories on one day, then the rest of the week you're having less calories, and then what happens is you're very hungry. You're not giving much to your gym sessions or your training, and your energy is very depleted. It's just not optimal. It's just not great for like sustained energy across the week. So that's probably one thing with 80-20. You want to have the food freedom, like the little bit of chocolate, or the occasional ice cream, or the occasional family meal, or the occasional drink with your friends, so that you can actually stick to this long term. There's nothing worse than being on this really, really rigid plan where you have no flexibility, no food freedom, you're eating the same thing on repeat every single day for weeks on end, you're starving hungry, you have no ability to go out to eat with family and friends because you're on this like rigid plan. You then start hating it, you resent it, you hate the process, you hate the journey, you don't stick to it and you give up, or you just have a binge because you're basically so restricted. So the 80-20 is 80% whole foods across my whole week, 20% allow myself, you know, the occasional little ice lolly, the occasional takeaway. I tend to not have takeaways all the time. A, saves me a lot of money. B, I tend to just make whatever I'm craving, I just make myself. Like, if I want a burger, I'll have a burger, I'll just make it healthier. If I want a pizza, I'll make a pizza. You know, there's occasional time where I'll have a takeaway, don't get me wrong. Love a good pizza takeaway, but predominantly don't revolve my whole week or month around loads of takeaways, loads of fast food, loads of shitty low quality foods. Like, most of my foods are minimally processed, and the occasional processed food is just because I really want it and I really love it, and I haven't had it for a long time. I'm like, that's fine, you know, and it doesn't actually change my physique. So you need to think about it in terms of longevity rather than just quick results. And I think if you found yourself having food freedom and less restriction, you'd probably find you could also stick to the diet a little bit longer. And you generally just feel better in your mood, your overall self. You know, you have better skin, you have healthier hair, you have you know, more energy sustained throughout the day, less energy crashes, less sugar come downs. You know, you generally just feel good, right? And that's why you eat good, is generally to feel good. So when I say eat good, it's not predominantly always just for fat loss. If you're trying to build lean muscle tissue, you need to have the right fuel to be able to sustain that training. You need to have the right fuel to perform your best and to optimize your training too. Generally, my top 8 habits, training, diet, I know that was mainly like a lot of diet, lifestyle related, but they're probably my top things that have helped transform my physique. And I hope these tips help you guys. If you have any questions, please drop a comment down below. Like, I want to help you. And they are probably the things that have completely taken me from 0 to 100 in 6-7 years. And if I could fast track that journey for you, that makes me happy, because I wish I knew these things when I started out. And I just want to say thank you for watching. If you've made it this far through the vlog, I'm hoping it was helpful. And I want to make more helpful things for you guys coming up into summer. If anyone's going to be in High Rocks, I will see you there. I'm actually competing on the Monday, so Monday the 6th, I believe, of May. I'm at the London doubles. So if you are there, come and say hi. I'd love to know if I'm actually like seeing you guys in person, giving you guys a big hug. But if you're not, then I hope you guys just have a good week anyway. And I'm going to end the vlog here because it's probably a very long one and you're probably very bored of hearing me talk now. But I do hope it was helpful. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit subscribe and like if you found this helpful. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, I'm having an upload, and it will typically be every Friday. Every 2 weeks, I will see you guys on this channel.